All right, everyone. That took 20 something seconds. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hope you're all having a wonderful what day it is? I don't even know. I don't even know. Thursday. Oh my goodness. Um so all right. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm so annoyed by my live stream because every time I click live stream, it has to always flip back the camera. I know that's the default, but just before I live stream, just as I'm typing the title and choosing the thumbnail, you get the option to flip the camera, and for some reason, the camera still points towards me. It's so annoying. Anyways, anyways, you'll never guess what I got yesterday. Another book, another book. So now I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven hard covers. All right. It's pretty cold today. It's obviously autumn. Winter is slowly breaking in, and I got these biscuits. I think a week ago or two. Yeah, just a week ago, I guess. And what I love about these biscuits is not just the flavor, but the box, because you can't see it, but the box is actually textured, so you can feel it. Like the strawberry feels bumpy, like a strawberry. This feels smooth, but I feel like the jam is not super smooth. You can feel some bumps, but it's not as much detail as this strawberry. But here we go. It feels like a biscuit. It feels like you're rubbing a biscuit. That's so cool. So this feels smooth. This has no texture. The stem, oh, I forgot what you call it, has no texture. Okay, this has texture, and even this. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So this expires, let's see, this year. So just a few months from now. I'm gonna eat it today. Just gonna have a few. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff I want to rant about, and I think obviously I have to make a proper video about, because I need to make a video having this discussion because it needs to be said. It really needs to be said. And I don't know if I should bark right now when I'm still developing stuff, or maybe bark when I finish develop stuff. But right now I have so much stored up emotions that I want to exude it out. I want people to listen to me. I want people to understand me. So let's have a little bite of this. So which side should I open? I think I'm gonna open this side. It's the top side. These sides are normally the bottom, I guess. That's what I assume. It's been a while since I had these. Now, back in the day, these used to only come in a pack of assorted biscuits. So recently, in a few years, I guess, just a few years ago, they started giving this biscuit its own solo shell. Okay, so it's kind of hard to open it with one finger. Kind of hard. Okay, okay, here we go. So last night I saw so many TikToks, and I don't watch TikToks for any silly thing. I just get them to download and make videos out of. So far, I published, you could say, like 5 videos. I never officially publicize them. They're still on private, and I'm planning to at least publish each video when I finish a page of my book. So what I'm trying to do is, for every time I finish a page of my book, or I do something with my book, if I make some progress, I can post a video. I have my own little goal, and that's awesome. It's really nice to have your own goals, because that way everything is just much better. Then you know, okay, I can only post when I finish writing maybe a few chapters, a few paragraphs. But in this case, I might have to go with a few pages. Maybe I could say a chapter. You know what? Pages are really quick to finish. Let's go with chapter. If I finish a chapter, and even though I'm still in drafts all of the chapters written could eventually change. It could be all jumbled up, it could be rearranged, it could be completely deleted. But what I'm focusing on is the now of the draft. So if I finish a chapter, I can then post a video. So that's basically it. I already have like a bunch of videos downloaded, so that's cool. And uploaded, but just not publicized yet. And they're lovely videos. I hope you guys get to enjoy them. One of them is actually a minute long or close to a minute. Anyways, let's open it, shall we? I have to put this down. I need two hands. Ooh, it smells good. If you guys watch one of my old videos, I made a video talking about jam biscuits and how I love jam biscuits. This is how it looks. And okay, it looks practically the same. So let me just have a nice bite. Okay, there's some crumbs on my book. I don't think you can see it. There it is. So, oh, it smells good. It has that delicious trademark smell. When I was a kid, I never liked the jam. I was afraid it might taste like the jam you find on cakes, which back in the day I hated. Now I'm fine with. You know, there's different jams I don't have a proper taste for, but some jams you just want to shut up and eat it. And this jam is not like your stereotypical jam. You know, I know it's like a strawberry jam, but it's more thicker. It's not bumpy in a way, besides the sugar on top. So, should I break this in half? How do I peel this? Ah, it's gonna be really hard, but there's cream inside too, so it's a perfect marriage of flavors. So far, no jam. The jam is just in the middle. You gotta keep working towards it. Okay, almost there. I'm almost there. Really good. The jam is sticky. It's the type of stickiness that sticks on your teeth, but you can easily just take it out with your tongue or just drink water. Okay, let me just finish this, then we can continue talking. I made a massive mess. And you know, the worst part is ants. Ants will come also during the cold days. They may not be large in numbers during the cold days, but they're really annoying. You know what? I should have opened it the backside. You know why? You know why? Because the backside has this little this little slot you push through. Underneath there's a little, okay, what am I saying? There's a slot underneath. You can push the tab in. Damn. Okay. Um, Still have some jam stuck in my teeth. Thankfully, I have a cup of water. You know something really funny? Cold water just goes in your body really swift. Um, okay, so I have to talk about something that's on my mind, and I want to make a video of it. but I feel like I should at least wait until I publish something, then I can at least open my mouth and yap. But I feel like even if I don't open my mouth and yap, it's a general video that a lot of people need to watch because there's just so many things happening right now, and I think I should make the video. You know what? I'm gonna make it. Published anything or not, I have to make the video. It's about politics, video games, art, and yesterday I was filming a reaction video which I now deleted because it was just kind of pointless to have it. It was just so long. And the video was about why conservatives don't create art. And I know that's an interesting topic. Why don't we create as much art as the left? Now, obviously, it's pointless to deny that all conservatives don't uh, don't ignore art. Obviously, there are plenty of us who enjoy art. There are plenty of us who are really, you could say, open to embracing art. However, however, we aren't mainstream, and a lot of the mainstream arts that are from people you can consider conservatives, well, their works of art are being perversed and destroyed, and it's being flattened down as red carpets for the new oligarchy, the people who work on these old stories. They have to give them a modern touch, a progressive touch only. So the question is, where are our books? Where are the conservative writers' books? And I'm not saying that they don't exist. It's just that in the mainstream we aren't as much out there. And that's the thing. It's like, why though, you know? Now, I'm not saying that we have to always be mainstream, but I feel like we need a few of us to be mainstream, you know, or at least a few of our works to be mainstream. That's about it. We don't need to have an opinion on every single thread, but I feel like it's imperative that at least our works are pushed out there because a lot of us are really good at storytelling, and yet our works obviously are just being either censored or just pushed down. But I feel like we just have to keep pushing forward, you know? And when it comes to video games, there's been this recent discussion. There's been a you could say, remake of this video game called Oblivion. I don't know that much about it, but a lot of people who played it back in the day know what's it about. It's an RPG kind of game, I guess, and it's really popular. I'm sure if someone who's watching this live stream would know what the heck I'm talking about. But apparently, they added a lot of modern changes, and one of the biggest modern sin is having body type A and B, or 1 and 2. And not only did they have body type 1 and 2 now, but now they decided to deconstruct their own deconstruction of gender. So body type 1 and 2 are now, you could say, prominent synonyms for male and female in video games. It's dehumanizing, it's sexist, we all know that, but does it matter that we call it out as sexist? Absolutely not. You know why? Because they don't care. People who are perpetuating these terms don't really care that much at all. They don't care. So why are we arguing about optics? You know, that's the problem. It's that we're arguing so much about optics when your political oppositions don't give a crap. And that's the problem. It's like, why bother? You know? Uh, so there you go. A lot of people don't want to purchase it because, hey, it has body types. And, you know, people can spend their money however they want to. But this got me thinking, why aren't we making our games? I get it, some of us are not game developers and whatnot, but why aren't we hiring companies to make our games? And I'm not just talking about, you know, like GTA levels of games, or you could say like high AAA action games, but I'm just talking about regular AA games, or maybe a platformer, maybe a visual novel or something. Why aren't we getting into it? Now, many of us will have obviously monetary issues, but I feel like many of us can actually grow in some way. And I think that's going to be fascinating if we focus on that. Because here's the thing, people have been complaining about all of these woke stuff for years. It doubled down, it tripled down. Remember back in the day in 2019, people would complain about woke stuff. It was a smidgen of people, but you know, the complaints were there, and now it's like quadrupled over the years. It's so in your face. That's why normal people who don't really give a crap about the culture war stuff are even taking taking some footing in this cultural battle, because guess what? It's forcing them to to do things they don't want to do. Okay, so that's a big problem. Now, why on earth aren't we creating stuff? Now, obviously, I feel like those who can create should create. It should be something that's really imperative to be said. We need to stop waiting for people to save us all the time. And there's nothing wrong with someone who is going to be a knight in shining armor, definitely not. You know, there was this Lords of Fallen game which did a course correction. Basically, not only with their game, the game was being seen as this mediocre Souls-like game, but they flipped the switch now with a recent update, and a lot of people are coming out saying that, hey, this game is not like how it was last year. It is better. It feels better. It looks better. People are praising this game for all the necessary updates, the free updates, mind you. So that's pretty cool. And obviously, months ago, there was another update about body types. Originally, they used body type 1 and 2 or something of that. And then the CEO on Twitter was like, hey, do you guys want male or female, or body type A and B? And people chose male and female, and we got male and female again. Not every developer, not every CEO is going to be like that kind man. Okay, I'm gonna get that game if I ever get a chance. I can't really make plans for the future. You know, I want to get it, but then you know the problem is that something is going to occur. Like for example, I found out there's more abscess in my mouth. Yeah, other parts of my mouth, and I have to get that treated too. So all I'm saying is that, you know, always something occurs, and I can't really get something for myself anymore. It seems I'm afraid of looking forward for stuff, because something always happens to knock me down. You know, it's like you're minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, if someone just throws a boulder at you. You know, that's what it reminds me of. Or I remember when I was a kid, I was in the school grounds. Now the school grounds, I can see the school grounds from here, just a small bit of it. And back then it was very uneven. It was all over the place, rocky and bumpy. You know, even the staircase that led that led to the bottom of the grounds were really cracked, craggy, and horrible. Now it looks so modern. It looks so cool. I really wish they made those changes when I was in school. But anyways, we were climbing up this one hill, and I remember trying to help my friend, just trying to help my friend up. You know, I was reaching, and then all of a sudden, this brat, younger than me, just came running past, and he pushed me down. He just pushed me like that. Now I didn't fall, but like, you know, like my friend obviously felt that, like, you know, uh, I think my friend saw me just like go forward a bit, must be thinking, what the heck is going on? And I said, oh, some idiot pushed me. And the thing is that that's what it feels like, you know. That's what it feels like. You're just trying to mind your own business, and then there you go, something occurs like that. But anyways, I'm just going on about something else. I'm almost forgetting the main point of this video. We need to be making our own content, and not just trademark conservative content. It can be for different people. It doesn't only have to be for conservatives. It can be a conservative product, or a product created by a conservative or a libertarian or whatever. But you know, it should be something that you create. Simple as that. And you should hire people if you can't create anything on your own. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you have the money, you can do that. So there you go. And that's the problem. It's like a lot of people need to realize that companies are going to continue this woke stuff. Even with Orange Man's anti DEI policies, companies are still finding ways to promote DEI. Even Larry Fink, Mr. ESG himself, will find ways to rebrand. And I feel like a lot of these companies are also waiting for the next administration to take chance and strike, you know, because they just have to hold on for 4 years, right? This is why we need like we need like not a fourth term, but we need like maybe JD Vance taking over the throne in the next 4 years because we need these policies really out. That's the thing. That's the truth. These policies have caused nothing but chaos. The pro DEI policies. Not the anti DEI policies, but the anti DEI policies will obviously be chaotic. So yeah, I feel like some companies are waiting for the next administration to continue their shenanigans. But and here's the thing: you don't just need a government to kind of also fight for you. You also need to put in the effort as well. And this is something that has to do with the video games. You need to create your own stories, your own ideas. I know what people are doing. They're going into the old stories, destroying it, peeing all over it, and selling you the product, and they admit they did all the stuff, and people get angry when you call it out. It's ridiculous. But you have to now create your own content because this is just the truth. Anyways, I have to save all these talking points for a video instead. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for having me on your screen. uh I have to like keep this away. Maybe I'll have another one. I don't know. Like the crumbs. I know it's so little, but wow, those ants go crazy for that. Just a few nights ago, we had a few pieces of food near the bin, and ants were going like crazy over it. Like really, really crazy. Sometimes you wonder why the ants are forming around, but then you realize, oh, they just found a small speck. A few years ago, one time, um, I had a vermicelli sprinkle from a donut on the floor, and there was this one ant who just picked it up himself and went away. I left him because I was like, you know what? He's not bringing a swarm of people. He's not creating chaos. He's just taking the sprinkle and leaving. Good. You know, I rather give back to someone instead of throwing that piece of sprinkle in the bin, because if it's thrown in the bin, it's gonna rot. I rather give it to some animal that can eat it, like ants. They can eat those stuff and they can enjoy it. Sometimes I just leave them alone if they're actually doing something. Like I remember last week there was some kind of strand of food. It must have been something, I guess, maybe from some leaf or something. And the ants were swarming it, and the cool part was they were all carrying it away. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything for this. Let them go. Let them leave me alone. Let them take whatever they want and go, because um, at some point you got to realize that some of these ants, they're just going to eat the wasted food, and they deserve food instead, you know. So I might as well throw these crumbs outside because there's a lot of ants outside, and they mostly live underneath my pot plants. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.